Hi, welcome back to the channel. We started last episode with painting and bare metal foiling the body. Today we're going to start with getting the interior painted, all the engine details, all the suspension stuff, the chassis. We're going to get our clear coat on too, and then I think for the next video I'll cover the flocking of the interior and the detailing of the interior, just because I had a lot of footage and I don't think I want to bombard you guys with information. So on that note, let's jump down to the bench and get started and get going. Alright, we'll see you down there. Okay, so we're going to start off with spraying some of our Gravity Color Spain surface primer. I sprayed about 22 psi. A couple of light coats, nothing too fancy here. Just making sure I get even coverage everywhere and I'm not spraying too heavy to make sure I don't craze any plastic. I'm doing the firewall and engine bay in the body color. Kind of make it like a street slash show cars type of deal. Really going for that look. Yeah, just taking some inspiration from some pictures I've seen on the internet. Now we're going to jump over to our undercoat. This is also from Gravity Colors in Spain. It's Honda Valencia Red. I sprayed about 22 psi for this also. Again, just like before, nice light coats. Lacquers can be kind of hot, so they tend to craze plastic if they're soaked on. So I try to avoid that at all costs. Just taking my time. Nice light coats. Also, remember I tend to wait about 10 minutes in between coats just to prevent any crazing. I like to allow the lacquer to flash off. So now we're getting our undercoat on. You're starting to see that metallic flake really show. And now we're starting our undercoat, or our base coat. So it's also Honda Valencia Red. Yeah, 22 psi should be good. Nice light coats. Can't go too crazy. You're really starting to see the deep shine of the red now with that metallic flake underneath. The clear coat really tends to highlight this color, so you might not see the full effect right away. But once the clear coat hits the plastic, you'll see it. When I show pictures of the body later on in the video, you'll really see that metallic flake start to shine. Right now we're just getting a nice deep red. Okay, so now it's about a day later. I'm going to spray the rest of these parts in Tamiya Fine Surface Primer at about 20 psi. The undercarriage of the car is flat black. That's why I have it masked off. I did it off camera because I didn't want to show you guys me doing some boring masking that everybody's seen every other YouTube builder do. So I kind of saved you the boredom in this instance. Just getting a nice even coat of primer over everything. Just getting the interior tub now. Okay, so here we are spraying our Tamiya XF1 on the undercarriage, the fan shroud, and the battery. Yeah, just make sure you get even coverage. It's not too big a deal here. Even coverage, don't run the paint. Just let the paint do its thing. It's nice even coverage. A couple of coats. Nothing too fancy or special going on here. Just making sure I get everything. There was a couple spots I missed in my first couple initial coats here, so I'm just making sure I get them covered. And then the battery and fan shroud. Okay, and now we are going to spray our Tamiya X1. I spray this also at 15 psi. I find the acrylics like the lower air pressure. As opposed to the lacquers, I find they like to go on a little bit wetter. They just cover a little better when I spray them at 15. So here we go. Just making sure we get everything evenly covered and looking nice. I think I did about 2 coats with, yeah, about 2 coats here. And now we'll spray the engine block. We're using Tamiya X7. I know Chevy's engines were not so red. They were more of an orangish red, but I had to use what I had on hand, and I really couldn't replicate the Chevy engine red. I know testers used to make this color, but it's hard to find now since, I don't know, recent things have gone on with them. So yeah, just spraying away, getting everything evenly covered and looking nice. I figured while I was here I would also get the rest of the interior pieces painted. It was just a couple of seats and the interior tub. I forgot to prime them earlier, so yeah, spraying XF2 here at 15 psi. Just going along and getting everything covered good. Okay, so now we are spraying over our flat white with semi-gloss clear. It's TS79 by Tamiya. I'm spraying at about 20 psi. I did this because I was trying to achieve sort of a leather look with the interior. So I found the flat didn't really bring that kind of look I was looking for out. So I tried an overcoat of TS79 and yeah, I think it turned out pretty good. I was pretty happy with the end result. So now I'm going to start painting the steering wheel and dashboard in Tamiya TS49, which is bright red. I did this because I'm planning on flocking the carpet in a bright red color as well, so I kind of want them to match and sort of be like an offset red with the body. So yeah, here we go. We're just getting it all covered nicely and making it look good. So now we are jumping over to our Gravity Colors 2K. I'm spraying this at 25 psi. This is a tack coat, so I'm not really trying to go for full coverage here. I'm just trying to get some even coverage across the entire body. And I usually wait 10 minutes between coats to allow it to tack up, to allow the next coat to stick to it. Yeah, so I'll play some music and you guys can enjoy the rest of what you're watching. Okay, so we've wrapped up our clear coat and our painting of all our other various parts. Yeah, next video we're gonna start assembling the chassis and the running gear, and then I think we'll finish it off probably the episode after that. This was a basic kit, there wasn't too many parts, but you know, I'm trying to make it look as good as I can. Anyway, thanks for tuning in. Please comment, share, subscribe, give us a thumbs up, hit that like button.